It's a normal business day, but much as these people may be seen to be freely conducting their businesses, there is one issue that concerns them all the time, and this is an issue of HIV. Much as the national HIV prevalence rate has reduced from 14 to 9% in 2016, former prisoners have described the correctional facilities as factories for AIDS, owing to the high rate of sodomy, which is said to be the conveyor belt of HIV in prisons. The former prisoners have explained how sodomy happens in prisons.
Sodomu imachitika kuti time ya church bonse bantu bamafosinga kwenda pache.
Sodomy is real and rampant in prisons. It happens between Wednesday and Sundays from 09 to 10 hours when all the inmates go for church programs while the cells are being cleaned. With only cleaners remaining to clean the cells, those who want to have carnal knowledge go back to the cells and bribe the cleaners with cigarettes to allow them to use the cells, as the cleaners remain outside to watch for whoever may be going to the cells. Sodomy is done without any protection and only Vaseline is used to lubricate the victim. Others are sodomized by force, and this type happens to offenders. There is an area known as the pinna block where offenders are taken to be punished, and that is another area where the act takes place because of the privacy. Victims are commanded neither to shout nor report and are heavily threatened with death if they dare to report or complain to anyone, and they are forced to remain mute. Distribution of condoms in prisons should be introduced immediately, because pretending and waiting for everyone to be infected is not right.
Dr. Godfrey Malembeka, Prisons Care and Counseling Association Executive Director and a former prisoner, has called for the introduction of conjugal rights to prisoners as a way of quenching their sexual desires in a bid to reduce cases of sodomy in prisons.
This is the right time because we've changed the name. We've changed the model from the retributive model or punitive model, imprisonment, to the correctional model or social model. That is what can help government to decide. Do we introduce conjugal rights, for example? And if the government will say, let us do that to save the people, those few who are involved in this sodomy, then it will call for reviewing the law. Because currently, the Penal Code Cap 87 does not allow what they call the unnatural behavior.
And Health Minister Dr. Chitalu Chilufya says sodomy is not the only factor that is escalating the spread of HIV in prisons, but that the solution is to disseminate key messages that would mitigate the prevention of HIV.
Prisoners are a special population, and government, Ministry of Health, working closely with Ministry of Home Affairs, are putting in place health programs meant to reduce transmission of HIV within the prisons, and also meant to reduce the burden by treating those who are already affected. So HIV disease control and prevention programs are being escalated in the Zambia prisons.
National HIV/AIDS Council Board Chairman Dr. George Tembo says condoms as a preventive measure cannot be rolled out to prisons because it would mean to encourage sex amongst inmates, which is illegal.
I think we have to be very careful about how we promote. Are we promoting, if we start promoting condoms in the very high level, then are we also saying that there must be sex in condoms? So we cannot go out and start giving people condoms, because we are also not condoning that there must be sex in prisons. No, we're not condoning.
Zambia Correctional Services has disputed the description of Zambian prisons as a factory for HIV, saying the statement is implying that sodomy is the only business in prisons.
My reaction, especially when you say prison facilities being factories for HIV, I wouldn't buy it as such. Because when you look at what that statement implies, it's like sodomy is happening all over. And when I talk to you right now, when we say sodomy, yes, we accept that sodomy happens in prisons. The extent is not known. But you cannot say it's a factory for HIV. The few cases that are known are actually reported. When they are reported to our officers, to the extent sometimes it's reported to the courts. Now that we have the medical directorate, we have cooperating partners that we are working together with. we are addressing the issue of sodomy. On the issue of conjugal rights, it's an interesting topic. It's an area that needs to be explored further. And as you are aware, when I mentioned the total number of inmates that we have 19,801 inmates as of yesterday. So when we look at that population, and when we look at the holding capacity of our correctional facilities, the 19,000 was intended, those people that we have in 19,000 in our correctional facilities, those facilities were meant to have 8,250 inmates. So if we're going to explore the area of conjugal rights, what we look at, we are looking at facilities, which we do not have.
Though the extent is not known, the bottom line is clear that sodomy in prisons does happen and is a bleeding point for HIV transmission, which can be spread to the community that has a reduced rate. It is now left in the hands of government and all other stakeholders to decide whether to overlook the law and distribute condoms to prisons to protect the lives of people, or to preserve the law and risk the lives of people both in prisons and in the community. Justin Kawisha, ZNBC News, Lusaka.